room, Priya Sharma studies anatomy under the yellow light of a desk lamp. On her laptop, HeartWise turns a glowing three-dimensional heart in real time. Beside it, an ECG strip moves steadily, and the number reads 72 beats per minute. For Priya, it is not just a project or a screen. It is a way to make the heart visible to people who may never see a specialist in time. 800 kilometers away, in a village in Bihar, her father Rajesh sits on a charpoy outside the house. Priya has sent him a smartwatch linked to HeartWise. On a video call, he laughs and says, "Beatty, I am a farmer. My heart has worked harder than this watch ever will." Priya smiles, but she does not let him escape. She says, "Papa, promise me you will wear it every day." Rajesh looks at the watch, then at his daughter on the phone, and says, "Theek hai, for you." Weeks pass. Priya studies, attends classes, and falls asleep near her books. In Bihar, Rajesh works in the fields, eats with the family, and forgets that the small device on his wrist is quietly watching patterns his own body cannot explain. HeartWise remains in the background. It does not replace a doctor. It waits for the moment when distance, silence, and time become dangerous. At 2:14 in the morning, Priya's phone vibrates sharply on the wooden desk. The screen glows red. Irregular rhythm. Possible atrial fibrillation. Heart rate, 142. The ECG line is no longer calm. Priya sits up, suddenly awake. She calls her father. No answer. She calls again. Still no answer. She calls her mother. Her mother's voice is frightened and low. "Priya, your papa has had chest pain since evening. He said not to worry you." Priya closes her eyes for 1 second, then becomes still. She is scared, but she speaks clearly. "Ma, listen to me. Wake Ramesh Bhaiya now. Tell him to bring the bike or the car. Papa must go to the primary health center. Now." Priya opens HeartWise on her laptop and starts a video call with Dr. Anjali Iyer, her senior in Mumbai. Dr. Anjali looks at the live ECG, the symptom report, and the rising heart rate trend. Her voice is calm but urgent. "Priya, this pattern is concerning. It may be a pre-infarct state. You may have 1 or 2 hours. Do not wait for morning." Priya nods and joins another call as Ramesh helps Rajesh out of the house. The village is dark. The road is uneven. Rajesh leans forward, breathing heavily, one hand pressed to his chest. HeartWise continues to show 142 beats per minute. Priya watches from Delhi, helpless and present at the same time. At the rural clinic, Sister Mary is the only one on duty. The doctor is still an hour away. She sees Rajesh on the cot, sees Priya on the tablet, and sees the HeartWise dashboard beside the video feed. Priya explains what the system is showing. Dr. Anjali confirms the plan. Sister Mary says, "I have aspirin and oxygen." Priya replies, "Please give aspirin, 300 milligrams, and start oxygen at 6 liters per minute. Keep him still. Watch the breathing." The room is small, but the team becomes larger than the room. A daughter in Delhi, a cardiologist in Mumbai, a nurse in Bihar, a father on a clinic cot. HeartWise connects them to one shared signal, the heart. The number remains high at first, then it begins to fall. 128, 110, 96. Sister Mary looks at Rajesh and says, "He is breathing easier." Priya exhales for the first time in minutes. The ECG line steadies. The red warning softens into stabilizing. The heart rate drops toward 76. Rajesh opens his eyes and hears Priya's voice through the tablet. She says, "Papa, stay with me," he whispers. "I am here, Beatty." 3 days later, sunlight fills the village home. Rajesh sits in his armchair with a smartwatch still on his wrist. Priya sits beside him, no longer only a student on a screen, but his daughter at home. He raises his hand to her cheek and says quietly, "My daughter is a doctor now." Priya laughs through tears and says, "Not yet, Papa, but HeartWise helped us reach you before it was too late." The story ends with the same steady rhythm that began it. 72 beats per minute. A calm ECG, a visible heart. In cities, in villages, in clinics with one nurse and no specialist nearby, Timely information can become time itself. HeartWise does not promise to replace doctors, hospitals, or emergency care. It promises something simpler and more urgent to make the hidden signal of the heart easier to see, easier to explain, and easier to act on. A heart visible wherever it needs to be.